Boom, 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 boom. Bam, 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 bam. 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 See. Email. Oi, Savo. Hello? Hopefully it's working right. I'm not sure. Oi, Savo. Hello? Hopefully it's working right. I'm not sure. Oi, Savo. Just gotta do this. I don't know why Chrome. Hopefully it's working right. I'm not sure. Chrome always does this. Just gotta do this. I don't know why Chrome. It's working right. I'm not sure. So that's gotta be like that. I don't really need that. And then I got that. Maybe I'll go NRL Supercoach stats. Oh, and then Supercoach, of course. Supercoach, of course. And I'll go undo. I'm praying for a Dylan Lucas naming. But we shall see. We shall see. Wait, why don't I swear OBS is the worst. I don't see chat in OBS. Why? Oh, wait. I might. So weird. I don't know why you don't see chat in OBS sometimes. There's an echo? Really? Wait, has the echo gone now? I think it's because I had my stream up. That's all. You tell me. You tell me. Or is the echo still there? Desktop audio, that should be fine. You mean an echo or like it was repeating what I was saying? Because if it was repeating what I was saying, then that was just literally my... La 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 la. Because when I heard it back, it sounded fine. All right, maybe we can... Tino. Tino's on the... Tino's on the suspension list. If Lucas is named, I would definitely say I will be playing him some way or the other. I'm going some way or the other. We shall see. We shall see. I actually wonder, is there a way to check out what the team... Why is the name on here? Charlotte. What's going on there? What's going on there? I have to change that. Oh, I think I changed it on the wrong one. All right, so we are about 6 minutes away from team lists. Praying for a Dylan Lucas naming. That is auto trade for me. Likely go Garrick or Arthurs. Garrick or Arthurs. And that's it. Where did this Savs guy go? I also just want to know that this is all working well. Better nice, better well, better nice. Dylan Lucas, hamstring. 66 base against the Dolphins is quite absurd. It's actually really, really crazy. Let's go Team B, break evens for a second. Well, if you said to me that Xavier Willison would have the highest negative break even, that would have been something I would have laughed at. I hope Valepu gets a bit more game time. Something happens because he's in my team, and I was hoping stuff happened to storm forwards a bit more, where especially with the sin bin rulings, Dylan Lucas still has an 18 break even. So I think if Dylan Lucas is named, he's you're going to see the trade numbers switch a lot. A lot of people will get him in. Nothing else too crazy. Shibasaki is still great. Jordan Samrani, negative 32. Katoni Katauga. That's someone who I think is going to also be a look at. But we'll have to see. I'm also going to just swing this open on here just in case there's any errors. I'm pretty sure we're good. Just make sure it's good. Don't think there's an echo, so we're good. All right, 4 minutes. Suo Wong -24. The problem is they come up against the Broncos, but then again, the Broncos have leaked quite a lot of points. They leaked what, 20-22 against Tigers still. I mean, Wong could be a play. Billy Smith could even be a play. Hubner's been great, so if you don't have him, I'd definitely be getting him in. Jenkins. It's so hard to find pods, I feel like. At the moment. The team lists are coming in hot. Team lists are in for 4-4. All right, let's have a look. Okay, Dolphins, Panthers, 750. Dolphins, Panthers, 750. Don't care about the time. Skipper Tom Gilbert is back, so that's pretty good. If you're an owner for him, good to see that. We all knew that was happening. Max Plath, I actually want to know what his... I'd love to know what his break even is. Maybe I can just search it through here. Let's just go player profiles and go Plath. 43. That's actually not that bad. Seems to be playing a lot better footy. Points seem to be very good. Gets a 76 and a 71. Base is great. 52 is really good. So this is someone you could actually kind of look at now. The only problem with him is most probably is how much attacking upside is he going to get. That's the only thing there. But still could be a very good pick there. Panthers a big boost for the Premiers with fullback Dylan Edwards coming back on deck after missing 3 games with groin injury. Cool. So that's good to see. Scott Sorensen also returns, but Mitch Kenny shoulder and 5'8" Jack Cole are out. Blaze, here we go. Blaze is in. Luke Summerton is the new hooker. Papali and Luke Gunner moved to the bench after starting against the Cowboys. So, nothing too crazy here. Really interested in looking at Plath here. I think, obviously, I'm definitely going with Panthers winning this, but I think it's going to be a heavy or high point scoring match. Next match, we have the Dragons versus Titans. Really, it's going to be super interesting. Hello, Rick Porter. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Welcome on in. Really going to be interesting to see how Titans respond in this match. The problem is here that Dragons have also just lost to the Eels. I think this is going to be like a 38+ point match in total for sure. Am I expecting 2 tries from Gutherson again? No, I'm expecting Des Hasler to most probably fire in and kick them up. You're sitting top 50. Hold on. Wait. Let me just read this. Sitting at top 50 at the moment, but have used all trades and boosts. Team will fall. No, not necessarily, man. I mean, I'm a firm believer now that this is my 2nd season in Supercoach. I think I'm 654 rank. And if you can get your, like, I kind of like sort of say like your chess pieces in the right area, then you can sit back and then do things. So if your team is in the right spot and it doesn't have any, big things to to really touch on, you could just be doing one trade per week from here on, just fixing up the must need fixes. And you can't, like, you never know what could happen. I traded Plath to Fafita last minute when I saw him starting. Do you think I should just sell and cop it? You traded Plath to Fafita. Whoa. Let's look at this. Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have done that trade. Even if I did do it, I would have done it. I would have waited for I would have just held and waited for Lucas to come back if you didn't have Dylan Lucas, or just maybe started somewhere where you were guaranteed a bit of cash. So David Fafita. The issue with David Fafita is, well, there's a lot. I just feel like there's a lot of things going wrong in the Titans. And what's his minutes? I mean, he did get, 65 minutes for 42 base. I don't know. Yeah, being back on the bench is most probably your toughest play there. You're really hoping for some type of injury, but isn't Tino injured? Isn't Tino suspended? Wouldn't this be the week you want to hold him with a Tino suspension? Unless I'm wrong on that. I think this week, because of that, you could hold him. I'd expect him to get maybe more minutes and then also to be a bit fired up after getting absolutely dominated. And it's against St. George. He could sneak a sneaky try assist or even a try just by a crash play. I don't know. I need to see if Dylan Lucas is back. Don't spoil anything. But I think it's a wait and see. Let's just see here. So at the moment, he's on the bench. Jolliffe, Brock Gray, Howe. Tino's not in, right? He got suspended. So, very interesting. It could be a hold where he has a good week, then you sell next week. Sticks with the same 17. Shane Flanagan does. Went down to the Eels and gone. Plenty of up and talent, extended squad. Yep, cool. I think a lot of people were talking about this guy as an FRF. Loco Pasifiki Tonga. Winger Jojo Fafita Thighs back on deck, so Philip suddenly pushes to the centers. That's really good. Bo Fulmer reverts to the back row and David Fafita to the bench. Sam Verrill's hip also returns. Okay, so I'm expecting a big bounce back for the Titans here. I don't know if they're going to win, but you're definitely expecting points. So that's fine. Broncos, Roosters. Really interested on this game. That's Friday, 8 p.m. Reece Walsh, great to see him at number one. Still jokes. He's having a rough time. I think if you're a holder for him, if you've held Reece Walsh up until now, just continue to hold. Unless you're going to Pappy in some way or want to take a gamble on Tedesco, I'd just keep it at Reece. But it's really weird the way he's been playing. He's like overplaying. But back row Brendan Piakura's 2-game ban brings Jaden Hunt into the starting side, and to power on the bench, Tyson Smoothie is the new 18th man. So nothing much to worry about there with the Broncos. Adam Reynolds also good to play. But yeah, that's good news there for Adam Reynolds. And if you're a Broncos fan, Chad Townsend makes way for youngster Hugo Savala in just his 4th game and his first as starter. Let's just have a look here. We've got $198,000 2RF halfback. Do you have the balls? Do you have the guts to take Hines out or take out a halfback or a 2RF that isn't performing and put this guy in? Because what I could do is I could go Horsburgh up to Gula or Valepu and then bring Savala in and take an absolutely massive gamble, like huge gamble. huge gamble. He's basement price up against the Broncos, then the Roosters, as we look here on the chart for the draw and who's hard, who's easy. St. George, Sydney Roosters, they go Broncos, but then they go into Penrith, but then they go into St. George and Dolphins. Now, by no means, yes, it is Penrith, but they are giving up a lot more points this season. And if Broncos is a high-scoring game like it was with the West Tigers, this could still produce points for Savala. However, I would sit and wait on this. The problem is if you are a Hines owner, you are a Cleary and Hines owner, Hines break-even is huge. So that's where it gets a bit of like, hey, do I actually do something here? Wouldn't you wait and watch him? What about Kant and Egan? Yes, we'll definitely get into that, but the thing at the moment is 2RF seems to be just filled with absolute juice and a gold mine. Are we putting too much effort into 2RF? That's my only thing. We've got people already that are doing the work. I've got Watson, I've got Katoa, I've got Hosbrough, we've got Tino, got Nicholson, Hubner. When does it get to the point where we're just feeding way too much into one position? That's my only critique on it. Although Kant and Egan look good, especially Kant, I just think maybe can we just use these trades at the start of the season for the Munsters, for the Pappies, for things that are actually going to produce us a lot of points as well. So loss of Lindsay Collins, if you're a white owner, that's really good for you. Also, I think because this happens, I don't know if Wong is going to get a bit more of a play now, but with how he played last week, he could be a really, really good grab, Sua Wong. Also, I always botch this guy's last name. I really need to learn how to pronounce it. I'm just going to call him Mark Nawa, but he goes to the wing. This is absolutely huge. The problem is, again, is the draw. They're versing Broncos. They're versing Penrith. Do we take the gamble? I'm not going to, but with the wing now being in his favor, it does make a bit more sense. If I go to him quickly, Mark Nawa, I think the good thing with him at the moment, he still has a 45 break even, so I wouldn't even go there. No, I'm going to leave that for now. Sharks versus Sea Eagles. This will be a really good match. It's really interesting because I think this kind of feels like a must win game for the Sharks. I don't know. I do expect Sharks to bounce back heavily here. They are much better at home. So let's see what the changes are there. Also, please don't tell me in the chat, but I pray that Dylan Lucas is named. Teague Wilton, illness, and I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. Siasifa Talakai are back on deck for the trip to Perth. Oh, well, take that home comment away. Billy Burns drops to the reserves. Prop Josh Aloye is good to go after missing round 5. Corey Waddell missed 2 games. Lachlan Croker is listed as among the reserves. Okay, that's interesting. Keep your eye on Lockie Croker. He could be a sneaky pick. But yeah, nothing too crazy there. Hines is just a big question mark. You know, you expect him to do so much better against the average teams, and then all of a sudden when it's like the harder games, he gets you that 50 to 70, and then he versus like the Raiders, and it's just like you're gasping for air sometimes, and you're getting really scared. I wonder, is there more value in going into Jerome Hughes with the Storm draw, or just trying to find a way to do something? I still have Sandon Smith in my hooker position. So, like, can I, get rid... I just don't need to get another hooker in. So that it's just not a play that I would be making. But, yeah. Yep. So, nothing crazy here. I just don't like Sharks as a Supercoach team at the moment, to be honest with you. They're just really weird. They can have big scoring games and you don't get much out of any of them. The only one I really liked is obviously AFB. If you're thinking about doing a flex play even for AFB, I think that's something that could be really looked at. for this week because the Sharks draw is actually really nice. It's not as good as the Storms, but it is really nice. So if we look here, Sharks actually have Manly, Newcastle, West Tigers, Para, Manly away. So if you can get, AFB for this little Manly, Newcastle, West Tigers, Para, Manly, then sort of trade out around here or just wait till the bye, that could be really, really nice for you. That's a really viable play. Some people have been talking about AFB in the flex. I think that's a really nice play if you can do that, especially with who they're going to be coming up. Nawanga Nitawaze. I appreciate that a lot, Rick. Thank you, man. But yeah, this is something we could definitely be doing if you want to look at a way to get points and get back into like sort of the game of fantasy and climb the ranks. That could be really, really, really good for you. All right, let's go next. Nothing crazy there. South versus my Cowboys. Latrell Mitchell at 6. Huh. Okay, so if you're a Latrell Mitchell owner, you're most probably regretting that now. That's really, really bad, most probably for you. His price will likely drop heavily. I'd say he's going to dominate a lot of the ball. Ewan Aitken is back in. Wow. Okay. I wonder where he's going to defend. Is he still going to defend edges or more middle? That's going to be interesting. I think if you have Purdue for this game, you are... Johnston's back. Congratulations. That's kind of crazy. I think Purdue is definitely a starter and reserve, if either or. But yeah, that's looking really good. Well, they have a lot of ins. Whoa. Okay. New halves pairing, Latrell Mitchell moving to 5'8", and Jaden Sutherland halfback in place of Cody Walker and Jamie Humphries. If you're a Humphries owner, that's really, really annoying. That's just unfortunate. You made the right play in picking Humphries. It just didn't pan out. It's how fantasy happens sometimes. I didn't do the Humphries play. We get lucky for not owning him here, and now you're most probably trading him out. Try-scoring machine. Alex Johnston is back. Returns on the wing. Ewan Aitken's going to be a nice watch. If you do have a little black book or just use the watch list in fantasy, I would actually put a little watch list on Ewan Aitken. He's a very good player. He was under Bennett at Dolphins, break even 60, price 587,300. Just keep a tab on him. I'm not saying he's going to be someone who's definitely going to dominate, but he could be someone that has quite a nice base. He's got a good grind to him. He's really, really hungry for the ball. So just keep a tab on him. It could be something that completely fails, but just tab him. Co-captain Ruben Cotter returns after he was a late scratching due to an illness, and Sam McIntyre reverts to the bench and Harrison Edwards. This is where if you even wanted to make a play on Scott Drinkwater, if you said, look, I'm going for it, depleted Souths, Latrell at 6, edges could be weak, this is your play to go. If you say to me, I was going Ponga to Drinkwater, I'd say maybe hold Ponga, just play for that West Tigers draw. But boy, oh boy, if you are having a struggling fullback scenario, this could be a play. I think this left edge looks really, really good, and they're starting to become that well-oiled machine. Talagi, sorry. Always go Talagai or Talagi. And Purdue with Scott Drinkwater. And then obviously we know Scott Drinkwater loves the left to right pass as well on the other side, but still this is something we need to just pay attention to this. It could be something that completely lights up. Nothing much more to talk about there. In terms of South, it's really just watching Latrell Mitchell go down, I think, in price. If he has a killer week at 6, that would be the most surprising thing. But yeah, nothing much there. Hubner in the 13, which you'd love to see. I think I will reserve him this week. Also, I think for memory, please be aware of this. The Canberra game is in Darwin. Apparently, it's going to be very, very hot. Let's just look at Darwin weather. Oh, oh. Excessive heat 2 hours ago. So they play. When is Canberra's game? So they play it Saturday at 7:35 p.m. So at the moment, Saturday is a nice 31 degrees at 4 a.m. So it's going to be hot. I don't know what the humidity will be, 82%. This makes me think the Canberra players are not going to enjoy this. As an Eels fan, which is... G'day. Is it Ange or Angie? Sorry. G'day. Thanks for coming on in. Hope you're doing well. Just be aware of this because Canberra players are used to, obviously, the weather of Canberra. And I think this game, we're going to see it be actually quite a close game. Am I wrong in saying this? Where are they playing? TIO Stadium, Darwin. Yep. Or TO Stadium. We will leak points. Yeah. It's just the heat. And when I talk about the heat, I don't mean for like Chris and Savage. I mean more about the Horsburghs and the Nicholson. I think Nicholson this game is going to be a very, very nice play. I wonder if everyone's just going to play him because of last week, but that's also something just to be aware of. Sorry to sidetrack there, but it just came to my brain. All right. So nothing there more with the Cowboys. Okay, so here we go. Eels Raiders. We were getting to it. I reserved Iongi last week. I was a very happy man. If you have him in your team, congratulations for holding. I always held the big dog, and it is what it is. Pardon me. Can you get Iongi back? I think you can. Depends how bad your fullback situation is. Darwin is hot every day, even when it rains, most probably. Yeah. Hello, Roger. How you doing? But yeah. Let's look through this team list. So, Zach Lomax has been named on the wing. If you want to go, guys. If you want to go Garrick to Lomax, and your gut is saying he's gonna get big points, do it. I'm telling you right now, this could be a sneaky pick where he gets a cheeky 80 plus, even 100 plus this week. And boy, oh boy, will you love it. He's going to the wing. Eels have finally got their first win. He's feeling good. He got the game winner against his old team. This guy's walking around the tunnel. He doesn't care about the win-loss record of the Eels. Sarah, how you doing? Johnny, how are ya? Yeah, I did it. This is a sneaky play. I will not fault anyone for wanting to go Lomax. Now, what we have to pay attention to is not just this week, after it. So, they verse the Canberra Raiders into West Tigers, then a bye. So the only bad thing is the bye. But if he goes really good against Raiders, surely he goes good against West Tigers. Then they come into Sharks, Dolphins, Newcastle, Manly. The problem is here, right? This is the problem. Is if you don't get him now, you really don't get him through this period with Manly, Penrith, Bulldogs. Then they have another bye. And then that sort of takes you to round 16. Okay? So if you're not doing it at round... does anyone know in the chat, what round do they come back when Origin is finished? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what round you come back in where all the players generally finish Origin and they generally come back for the round? And don't worry about injuries, just like generally, what's the round? Is it round 16 or is it further? It's maybe a play when Moses is back. That right edge will be deadly. Yeah. I just don't know. Can you wait for Lomax up until this period where he goes into Gold Coast, St. George, Penrith? Is it 20? Okay. If it's 20, that's fine. Why can't I go across? Has he got over? He has, yes, he has 100 break even. But this is my thing, right? This is something I've started training my brain on about. Okay. Just hear me out on this. If someone has 110 break even, right? Let's say it's a CTW, a fullback, whoever, and you think that person is going to go 90, 80 plus, you're better off going that player and trading for that player, because if they actually get that, you're going to be ahead 1 week of everyone else. And what's going to happen that next week is his break even might be 50, 40, 60, and then everyone's going to trade him in. But you taking the gamble on someone having 100 BE, if he gets like 100 this week or 90 this week, you've just got 90 points and you've got a player that everyone now is looking to possibly trade in. Or in this case, it's too late to trade him in because of the buy. Too late. It's too late, because who's going to trade in Lomax for 1 round into a buy? So what you've really done here is, if you go Lomax this round, you've now got Lomax in your pocket. People won't trade him in for 1 round, 1 because of the buy and 2 because of Origin. You've actually got a sneaky little, like, kind of a bit of a pod play. What is his ownership? His ownership is, where does it say it here? It's down here, right? So he's owned by 10%. So that just qualifies as being a pod. Very, very interesting. I am not mad at anyone that says they're going Lomax. I'm just putting it out there. You might think I'm mad for saying this, but that's just where my mind goes. He could have an absolute stinker, get 50 in the Darwin heat, but all he needs is 1 try and Eels to score a good amount of points, and you are going to have a good points outage on him. Would you trade Alamotti to him? Have we gone through Knights yet? Because if we haven't, I don't think we have, I would rather go Lucas. Storm versus Warriors. So when we get to the Knights, we'll talk about that. But I think, what's Alamotti's price? We'll talk about that soon. Don't say if Lucas has been named, please. Storm Warriors. Okay, so I think a lot of top ranked players are going to go a lot of Storm players. They're going to be looking at Hughes, Pap, Munster, Grant Anderson. Now, is Warbrick back? Oh my God. He's not back. Wait, where's Warbrick? Is he still concussed? Thank you, Bubba. I'm just on a live. I'll be done in about 15 minutes. Is he? I'll check now. Thank you, my love. What's happened to Warbrick, guys? Am I freaking out about something? Have I missed something? Is he still? I thought he was concussed and he was back. Okay, this Grant Anderson pick. You could go Alamotti to Anderson or Alamotti to Lucas if he's named now. I think this is very, very viable. Oh my Lord. What's happened with Warbrick? I'm so confused. I expected him back. He's not even in reserves? Okay. This is very interesting. Anyway, he has ongoing concussion symptoms. I'm not going to clap to that. I'm not clapping about the symptoms. I'm clapping for Anderson. Let me just put that out there. I shouldn't have clapped. I'm sorry. I retract the clap. But Grant Anderson now becomes a massive play, in my opinion. An absolutely massive play. You've still got Munster and you've still got Hughes in. They love this left to right pass. Wait, is Anderson's left side? Anderson's left side, yeah? Or right side? Left side, right side. I always get confused. But yeah, I think Anderson is a massive play here. Huge break even. NRL Physio talks about it in the recent podcast. Give it a listen. I will do. That's good to know. What can you just tell me? What did they say? Did they say it's like they're taking their time with him? It's going to take time for him to recover with the symptoms. That would be great. All right. So name 70 that ran Manly ragged at Four Pines Park. I still can't believe Melbourne dominated Manly like that at Four Pines. Absolutely insane. Coates is good to go despite leaving the field early last Sunday as a precaution. Winger Will Brawl and Probner remains sidelined. Okay. Oh, is Valepu in? No. Play Valepu, please, man. Just the one change that down the West Tiger side before the bye with Rocco Berry's return from a hamstring. Do you think Kiraz will outscore Lomax after next week? No, because Para have the bye. But if I didn't want to make that joke, in general, I think Lomax will outscore Kiraz in general. I also think, though, Kiraz might have more scoring opportunities because he's in a better team. Now, if Kiraz can't notch down these scoring opportunities, I think Lomax will still beat him in price because now that he's at wing, he's doing a lot of runs. He's hungry. It's really tough, but I dare say just by at some point in the season, we're going to want both in as quickly as possible. I do also say that Warriors seem to always play good against Storm. Something I've noticed over the years, it's always like some type of close game. But Storm being at home, you've really got to dive into this. I'm very strong on Grant Anderson here. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Is this wrong? Is number 2 being on the left wing and then 5 being on the right wing, or is it the opposite way? I've never really understood this with lineups, like the numbers. I know this sounds completely dumb because I also played rugby league, but I never really paid attention to this. But yeah, nothing really crazy here. Luke Metcalf comes back. If Luke Metcalf has a good game, congratulations, because from memory, his break even is 77. And if you held him, by gosh, it is going to be a great hold. Nothing really crazy here. For those looking at hookers, a lot of talk about Wade Egan being a potential grab that you could look at. So yeah, that's a nice play. You really, this is the game. If you are holding, you really want to see Harry Grant just have an excellent game here. If he just goes for like a 40-50, I think he's just losing you too much money, and you most probably just either hold and just deal with it. But boy, oh boy, has he been under par this season. Katoa's great. If you've made a play for Katoa, I started him in my team. I'm very happy with him. He's just an absolute workhorse. There's been a couple of times where he's been a smidge away from a try as well. But he's really good. These are the players in Storm that you're really looking at. It's your Katoa, Pappenhausen, Anderson, Munster, Hughes. I think they're your biggest ones. Maybe Jack Howarth, but nothing really much more to talk about there. If you're still owning Barnett and stuff like that, just hold. Nothing much there. Interesting to see how Rocco Berry does, but yeah, nothing much there for the Warriors. This is the big game that we need to talk about, because if you're a Ponga owner like me, boy, oh boy, is this the game that you hold or sell him? Mostly the biggest question in fantasy right now, because if a different West Tigers team turn up and their defense is actually really good and Ponga struggles, it's a really bad hold. The plan is, for me, I'm going to hold Ponga. If Ponga does really bad, I will then go to Pappenhausen next week, okay? Now, the reason I'm doing this is because Pappenhausen still has a negative break-even. He didn't beat his break-even last game. He also he came off for like a corky, so that's going to be interesting. I know this sounds crazy, but last game he literally got gifted a try from Munster, and the game before that he got a late try, out of the 3 stars, he's kind of been getting these gifted tries at times. And I want to see what his score is like as if he doesn't score a try, because he's been tinkering on having actually like 40, 50 point games. So yeah, it's a really interesting watch. I would prefer Munster and Hughes, just because they're like the core centerpiece and they get a lot of try assists and stuff like that. Look, I could be completely wrong on that. He's obviously the goal kicker, which is huge, but I just want to wait one more week and then I'll leap to him. But yeah, that's how I'm going to play it. It could be completely wrong. They might score 40 points and he might go 130 and I regret it. I don't know. It's going to be tough. But at the moment, I just don't want to trade a Ponga who is a green dot against the West Tigers, where he could also go 100 to 150 against a team that is letting up points now. With Iongi and Gutherson there, Ponga is likely going to be my captain holder as well. We'll talk about that towards the end of this. But yeah, and also trades. But yeah, nothing crazy there. Oh wait, is Lucas back? Please. No, Lucas, you idiot. Okay, so Lucas isn't named. That's unfortunate. A number of injury and force changes. Jack Cogger, finger, James Schiller, head knock, and Jacob Saifidi, calf. All sidelined. Phoenix Crossland moves from hooker to halfback, with Jaden Bradley the new number 9. Youngster Kyle McCarthy comes in. Okay, so this is interesting, because if they dominate this game and they play really well, the coach will 100% just leave this as is. And if that happens, I wonder how Jaden Bradley and Phoenix Crossland numbers are going to be. So pay attention to that. Kyle McCarthy comes in on the wing. Brody Jones joins the pack. Back row, KPP returns from suspension, and Tyrone Thompson makes his NRL debut. Luai is back, which is great. Skelton, hamstring, and Samuela Fainu, leg also return. Wow, so Tiger's going to have a bit of a boost here. Latu Fainu is out with a thumb injury. Jack Bird slides back to the bench. Tony Sukkar goes to the 18th man. Okay. Interesting. So that's your team list there. Biggest news is obviously Latrell Mitchell. But boy, oh boy. All right, so let's talk about captaincy picks and maybe some of the trades I'm looking at here. Do you captain Nathan Cleary if you have him? I think not. I think it's a great vice captaincy pick. It's exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be very scared against a Dolphins team that just absolutely dominated the Titans, with a Panthers team that's kind of holding Cleary back a bit. You don't know what to expect. The VC's fine. So for me personally, I'm just going to go in, put the VC on the man, and then see what the night produces. And then from then, we've got Dragons and Titans. You could also, instead of doing the Cleary VC, you could VC Gutho here. That is completely fine. Or you could VC Cleary into Captain Gutho. I think that's completely fine. The one thing I suspect, though, with Des Hasler is that he's going to be like, look, they're going to be watching films, watching how Gutho plays, watching how they just feed Gutho every time and being like, if this guy scores a try, you guys are running 5,000 laps at training. Like, I just feel like this is going to be a bit of a grudge match. There's going to be a lot of eyes and locked on targets on Gutho. So I'm interested in that. Broncos, Roosters. Look, you can go Walsh with what is available this round. I just wouldn't even touch it. Just see what they do. I wouldn't go the opposite end with Teddy either. You could go VC Teddy if you did have Teddy in and Ponga. VC Teddy, see Ponga. But yeah, that's what I would say there. Haas, look, this is the thing. Haas had really good games. Yes, he is a good captaincy choice, but I don't think we're going to see him go that 100 plus every time. Don't get sold on this fact of Haas being this bringing FRFs back. And yes, he's playing exceptional, but I just think there's better picks this round. Sharks versus Sea Eagles. I wouldn't even touch anything in this game, to be honest with you. Not even if you're a Heinz owner like me. Don't even go there. There's just way better picks this round, in my opinion. This is actually an interesting one. Rabbitohs Cowboys. Now, I definitely think if you're a Drinkwater owner, this could be a sneaky vice captain captaincy play for Drinkwater. I expect it to be a high scoring game. Don't sink into Latrell. If you've got Latrell, you're still holding, but I love the play on Drinkwater here if you're an owner. The reason you brought him in is for games like this, so just go with your gut. If you do own Ponga and Drinkwater, I think you go vice captain Drinkwater into Ponga. But yeah, that's just how I'm looking at it. Eels versus Raiders, nothing much there. I think the only thing you could really possibly look at here is Lomax if you have the balls to do it, but again, that is a very big risky play. But because of the heat, I do think Canberra are going to get tired a lot. So just watch out for that. This could be a sneaky game. Eels have a tiny bit of momentum now, and they get that win. But I mean, Eels defense was still horrible. The team isn't great. They've still got a lot of work to do, and Raiders do, they're playing extremely well, the Raiders. So see how that goes. Anyone from the Raiders you can really pick? Most probably not. No. Can you go Horse or Nicholson? I'd say no, don't do it because of the heat. Storm versus Warriors, this is absolutely massive here. You can go Pap, you can go Munster, you could go Hughes. There's a lot of picks here. Watch out for that. Don't pick anyone from the Warriors, but I'm definitely not mad at you. If I'm getting Munster in this week or Pap in this week, you could go vice captain Pap into Ponga or just even captain them. It's completely fine. And the last game, Knights West Tigers. For me, I think Ponga, could hopefully or should hopefully be a very good bounce back. I still am a bit scared because they're not playing amazing. Pardon me. And I think that they also have a bit more bite when Lucas is there. They seem to break lines, have a bit more momentum when he's there. Him not being back, it makes me just a bit worried. But yeah, nothing too crazy there. With my trades, all right, let's get into that. Okay, so at the moment, I haven't done a trade yet. I do have the boost active. But for me at the moment, I've been tinkering with getting rid of Mamazelas, bringing up Watson, and then getting another 2RF like Karnin or Egan. I think that's a good play. Also, if you are watching now and you do have some trades that you're thinking about and not sure about, just put them in the comment section and we'll go through it. This is the time that if you do want any questions or just have any thoughts, I'd be happy to answer them right now. So no stress on that. Please feel free to comment. And if not, just sit back and listen to what I'm going to say about my thoughts and then go from there. Now, a big topic this round is Garrick a must sell? I wouldn't say he's a must sell because if you hold him and he actually does well, you technically are anti-potting someone who's likely going to be a top 6 CTW total points owner. So yes, you could do it, but I'd say the safest play is to do it. The reason being is because I think he is at close to, if not max value. The break even is huge. It's 134, and I don't see him popping that break even this week against Garrick. And for that reason, I'm looking at trading him. Now that I've seen Anderson, I'm really, really sold on this. CTWs have been making a crap ton. So what I'm thinking about doing right now is I can go Anderson, Mr. Anderson, who's up 77K with a negative 22 break even. So if I bring Anderson in, I then have 319,000. Now, I try and think of not just this week, but the week following. That's what mindset I think you need to have in fantasy. So right now, what I could do is I could trade Mamuzelis, bring Watson up, and then look at getting Kant in or Egan. I really also want to look at getting Munster in. So I am in a bit of a situation because of me holding on to Ponga. Now, if I did trade Ponga, what I could do is I could literally just bring in Munster to here, put Munster in here, doesn't matter. One thing I'm really scared about is Hines. If you said to me on my team who I'm more scared of between Hines and Ponga, it's Hines all day. The problem is now what people are doing is they're bringing in Hines for this, not sideways trading, but they're bringing him in for Hughes. Now, Hughes break even, I think it's like 94 for memory. Am I wrong on this? 96. Still quite a high break even. Now, if this guy doesn't have a good game, Supercoach wise, or just in general, plus, please remember, he's coming off an injury and he came off the field in their demolishing against Manly because of a slight, I don't know exactly what it was. I'm pretty sure he was completely fine. This could be somewhere where we could just wait one more week. The biggest or the scariest part about this is just the Hines break even. Do we trust that Hines is going to actually deliver against Manly? And time will tell. Time will tell. Let's look here. Nickel Patel. Is Wong too expensive now for a stepping stone to a gun like Ola or Katoa? Is he too expensive? Okay, this is what I would say to this question. I would say yes, he's too expensive, but the one thing I don't like is their draw. So what happens now with Wong is for the Roosters, they come into Broncos away, then into Penrith, into St. George Dolphins and a bye. However, we consider Broncos and Penrith to be top 6 teams, but they're still leaking points. The problem here is it's a big gamble when you have the trades and the availability for 2RFs like Egan and Kant. Now, instead of going Wong, if you went Egan or Kant, not only are you getting guaranteed cash, you're then guaranteeing you to have more salary left over. So in my opinion, if you don't have Wong now, you can't chase him. It's kind of like the White situation as well. What's done is done. And for me personally, I don't want to overplay positions. So I don't want to go out of my way now. I said to myself that I was just going to hold Gula with the 26 break even and just deal with it. And if May came in injured one day or whatever, I would just move up Horsburgh and then move in a 2RF in. So I'm not over trading in this FRF area. I'm completely fine with that. But for Wong, I would say it's a tiny bit too late. If it was 450, I'd definitely have a play at that. However, you can do it if you want. Because if Roosters win one of either the Broncos or the Penrith game and they go into that draw where they are versing St. George and Dolphins, you could make some bank. I think it's an interesting play, but it's a very risky play, and I don't think it's worth the risk. That's all. So yeah, going Grant Anderson for me this week, I don't know if I'm chasing his latest score too much. That's also another reason. Grant Anderson, recently, we look at him on NRL Supercoach stats. He has a base of 18, 26, 21. Horrible, not that great. So even if he does go at like 49 or 50, I'm not getting huge value. So me doing that trade also kind of scares me. The good thing is his draw. If he does get a nice 60 or 70, then I'm sitting pretty against the Warriors team, who are due for a loss, and Storm are just playing absolutely insane right now. But you don't know what this match could produce. So I'm not 100% 100% sold on this Anderson play. But yeah, you can see a lot of people. Dylan Egan is basement. That's let's take a look at Egan, because what interests me is his minutes. Okay, so he's getting about 50 minutes. So he's averaging 51 minutes. His base is absurd. I wonder if Dylan Egan actually holds more value than can't. 70 base. Do you know what I think my play this week could be? And I'm not even joking with you guys. Am I mad for doing this? Am I mad? You tell me if you think I'm mad. Am I mad for trading out Valepu and Gulnar for both of them and going Tino Horsburgh up? Wouldn't that just be the most stacked FRF 2RF ever? And then sitting tight. It's actually viable. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. Okay, I didn't realize 2,130 people have also traded in for Suo Wong. That's really interesting. It's also very scary. Jeez. If we look at Wong's stats here, 34.56. So in base, jeez, has his base gone up with his minutes? Jesus. Is he going to play 80 next week? That's the thing. Is he going to play 80? If he plays 80, he's also versing Broncos and Penrith. Yeah, I just don't know how he's going to go against these next two teams, that's all. We have to remember that he did verse Souths and Gold Coast and New Zealand. The good thing is what you have here is you have indicators for Suo Wong of two teams he's already played. Now, against Broncos, he scored 32 points in 68 minutes. That scares you a lot. I'm going to say no. Should be up against the Goss who can't defend and Panthers who look scary. My issue is that Broncos are going to will likely have more possession than Roosters in this game. And I think where he thrives is like he needs the possession. I don't know. The thing is, it's now or never, right? If you go Wong now and he pops an 80 or a 70, you're laughing. I wouldn't do it just because when I look at this and I see 32 points against Broncos, who he's coming up against to again. Was this away as well? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I'm kind of scared on that one. That PPM is ridiculously high. I don't think he's going to sit there. I'm not touching it. I think White was the one you had to grab. And if you have Wong now, it's great. But if you don't chase for him. I think there's more important things to go after, like the Munster and the Hughes. But I think Munster is more of a play than Hughes. But again, you just don't know. The problem is so many people are getting traded out. Hey, do you guys also know how to see who's being traded out that's not in your team? Like, you know how it says my team most traded? Can you just look at how to see who's the most traded that's not in your team? That would be really, really good to see. But yeah, I think interesting plays on this on the trades. I'm not set with my trades yet. I'm really going to think about it. This Dylan Egan play though is really good. Go to players, the filter by ownership. Go to players and filter by ownership like this. But how do you know who's been traded in? Oh, I never knew. When I tell you I'm ranked 664 and then I don't even know how to do this stuff, is the first thing you think in your brain, this guy just got lucky. I know that's what you're thinking. Okay, so Supercoach Plus and Coach's Choice. Where's that? Oh. Jeez. Okay, so it's down here on the side. Wow, so people are trading out Tom Starling now. This is really interesting. So people are trading out Tom Starling. Look at the column next to own. Look at the column next to own. What column? Where's own? Am I blind? Wait, what? What round? Oh, this one? Oh, this one? The middle one. There you go. Brother, leave me alone. Okay, but then I'm seeing, okay. I'm also looking at this right side, so that's fine. Okay. People are trading out Goz. People are trading out Reynolds? Why? Oh, he has 114 break even. My bad. So a lot of people getting Cleary in now. That's fair. A lot of people getting Thomas Kahn in. Okay. Does Thomas can't lose any value when Lucas comes back or anything like that? Does anyone know information or like know what's going to like kind of happen there once Lucas comes back and stuff like that? Like, is he at a job security risk? That's the only thing that kind of scares me. Riley Smith. People are still bringing him in. Are you crazy? Okay. Well, this is really interesting to look at. People trading out Hines for Cleary. That's fair. Gods. There seems like a lot of people going in Cleary. Completely fine to see. But yeah. Trading out Humphreys to Egan. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being in the live. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first live we've done. Thanks for just chatting, being here. I really do appreciate it. I am going to be releasing this week 5 pods you need to keep on your radar for NRL Supercoach, because I feel like at the moment there's not a lot of pods out there, and I did a pods video before, and a lot of them actually came up as relevant. My number 1 pod was Adam Reynolds, and then he went off for like a huge score 2 rounds in a row. So make sure you tune in for that one. That won't be a live, that'll just be an upload. So I'm going to do that before the first game this week, likely be tomorrow. But yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate the support, especially on a brand new channel. I hope there's been some things that's maybe helped you out here with decisions. And if not, yeah, just thanks for being here in general, guys. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Good luck with your sides. Don't overthink your trades. Go with your gut as always. And thank you so much. Catch you on the next one, guys. Peace. And good luck with your teams and also for your teams that are playing this week who you follow. Peace, peace, peace.